into WTOL 11 News at 6. I'm Michael Sandlin. Thank you for joining us tonight. And we start right away with breaking news out of West Toledo. Toledo Fire and Rescue responded to a house fire on the 3700 block of Inverness Avenue. The home is located off of Burn and Door near the Inverness Golf Course. Around 4 o'clock this afternoon, a call came in for a second floor house fire. Toledo Fire and Rescue says it started as an electrical fire. There was extensive damage on the second floor, and although no one was injured, the family of 3 will be displaced. Officials say the home was not a total loss, but the family will be out of the house for a while. The Red Cross has been called in to help the family. Every summer for the last 3 summers, Toledo has put in $2 million into youth programming as a way to keep kids off the street. But until now, those programs have been funded by COVID-era federal dollars, and those funds have since dried up. Dominique O'Neill joins us in studio with more. Dominique, what does this mean for those programs moving forward?
Well, Michael, now they're turning to the city dollars using $1.2 million from this year's budget for year-long funding. City Councilman John Hobbs III says the city needs summer programs. They're a way to keep kids busy and safe off the streets. Councilman John Hobbs says they did not want to lose traction for the impact that they've had as a city for the last couple of years. So council was voted to allocate this money so that their summer programming would be able to continue. But unfortunately, that will mean some cuts may have to be made.
Continue all of the programs that we had before, but a lot of the programs will still be there, and it will also, with this funding, give our parks, our programming an opportunity to help curtail some of the violence sometimes that seems to pick up during the summer months when our children are out of school. It'll give them an opportunity to stay busy and help keep them safe.
But where exactly are they getting an extra $1.2 million for the project? I'll have that answer coming up tonight at 11. Reporting in studio, Dominique O'Neill, WTOL 11.
Keep that umbrella handy because wet conditions continue into the start of the week. The rain's going to be a little more spotty on Monday, mainly those showers during the afternoon. I do expect a mainly dry morning. However, some isolated thunder showers developing late in the day. That Elk and Elk downtown camera shows you misty and hazy conditions. Could be some areas of fog and drizzle this evening and tonight. Even though you're not seeing a ton of green on radar, due to the east winds coming in off of the lake, we're actually seeing a little bit of lake effect rain showers, and you can see some of that green across the Toledo metro, especially in East Toledo, Oregon, and downtown as a result of that east wind. Now, south and east of us, there could be an isolated spotty shower or thunderstorm that bubbles up this evening. If we do see any local impacts, that would likely be down towards Wyandotte or Crawford counties. A stubborn area of low pressure is going to continue to churn out moisture, and we still do have rain chances in that work week forecast. A couple isolated showers and perhaps brief rumbles of thunder well south of Toledo this evening. As we set that clock into motion, mainly dry conditions overnight, a few areas of fog or mist not out of the question. Into your Monday, I do expect a mostly dry start to the day, but into the afternoon, spotty showers and a brief rumble of thunder possible if we do see a storm. Best chance south and east in areas like Wyandotte County that have already picked up over 2 inches of rain in the last couple of days. Now, the latest data is still a little murky as far as how much rain we get because there's a sharp cutoff. You'll notice this model showing only around half an inch for Toledo, but much higher totals to the west. And this is through Tuesday, so we do have several rounds of rain that will be possible, but the overall consensus a little bit higher to the south, a little bit more west of I-75, and then a little bit less to the east. Monday's forecast does feature renewed rain chances. Those showers and storms most likely going to be during the afternoon and evening time frame. Not going to be quite as cold and windy tomorrow. We're going to be in the mid-60s. Still a light northeast wind, but not going to be as blustery as today with winds of 0 to 10 miles an hour. Rain most likely late day, spotty showers, and perhaps a brief thunderstorm that will be possible. Next 4 days, we keep the damp conditions in the forecast. Tuesday, scattered showers and 64 degrees. Finally, a change in the weather pattern ahead for your Wednesday. Temperatures climbing up into the 70s. Thursday is going to be bright and beautiful, but the northeast wind will return as a weak cold front drops us back to the 60s. However, as we kick off the biggest week in American birding, sunshine sunshine and temperatures in the 70s will be a nice treat. 67 for your Friday, and then into Mother's Day weekend, the forecast is looking beautiful. In fact, a first look at your Mother's Day does feature dry conditions, temperatures in the middle 70s, and a sunny and milder day. Now, the winds could be light out of the northeast, so it may be a few degrees cooler near the lakeshore, but overall it is looking like a brilliant day and a sign of a milder midway weather pattern. Into next weekend, a couple of days in the 70s, we could climb close to 80 degrees by the tail end of that forecast. Spotty showers possible by next Tuesday, but overall, as we gear up towards the spring planting season, a number of dry days and a warmer weather pattern through the middle of the month. We'll be right back.
What is up, you guys? This is Chase Bachman with your Sunday Sports Look Ahead. This week, we are looking ahead to games 3, 4, and 5 of the Walleyes' second-round playoff series. The Walleye are in the divisional finals playing Fort Wayne, and the series is currently split at 1 game apiece. Games 3, 4, and 5 are in Fort Wayne, as we mentioned. Puck drop is scheduled for 7:35 for all of those games. Toledo has a chance to win all 3 and end the series before it would go back to Huntington. A possible Game 6 would be Saturday night in Toledo, and Game 7 would be Monday, May 12th. That is a look ahead to this next week in sports. Be sure to follow WTOL 11 for all the latest in local sports news.
All new at 6 for you, the Franklin Park Mall hosted an autism walk this morning to raise awareness and show acceptance for people on the spectrum. The walk brought almost 200 people together to show their support, along with a resource fair offering resources from local groups that can lend a hand. Kate Schwartz, the executive director of the Autism Society of Northwest Ohio, sees the event as a pep rally for kids and their families, bringing people together in a warm and inviting environment.
We don't want people to feel like they are alone. And when you come here, there are families, there are other people. I know from my personal journey that I got more information from other families than I did from anywhere else. So we try to bring everybody together and enjoy the day.
The Autism Society of Northwest Ohio is open to the public at their main office in West Toledo, Monday through Thursday. The Maumee Valley Habitat for Humanity came up with a fun way for people to support its next Women's Build today by inviting the community to shop local businesses. The store hosted its second Sip and Shop, bringing in around 20 local vendors selling art, clothing, and baked goods. Proceeds go toward their Women's Build, an event that seeks to empower women and their strengths while building homes. It's a chance to not only support Habitat for Humanity's mission, it also highlights local businesses. All right, John, with that being said, not necessarily the best day to be outside.
Not at
Probably
all.
a good day to get inside and do some shopping, huh?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely indoor plans. And the wet weather is going to continue into the start of the upcoming week, but we do have a lot of sunshine to look forward to. And Mother's Day weekend going to be a lot warmer as well.
Look at that. That's a good gift for Mom right there.
Yeah, quite the change in the weather pattern. Looking forward to that warm up.
All right, everybody. Well, we'll see you again here at 11 for our full show. We will see you then. Take care.